Who's a cute little wither? Who's a cute little wither? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Aww. Oh, I'm recording. Oh, sorry. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Minecraft. I'm Zarsgath, your host, and you didn't see any of that. Anyway, let's ignore Mr. Little Wither guy here, who's so incredibly cute in his little bedrock cave, because he otherwise escapes. Cage. Luckily, even if the windows break, he is too big to fit through the windows. Yes, you are. Now stop being so... Nah, just stay as cute as you are. Anyway, what I want to show you guys here is not the Wither. You've probably seen that somewhere else, and if you haven't, that's the Wither. He's very, very scary. That's why I keep him in a little little bedrock cage, because he otherwise destroys everything. Luckily, there's no life around here, or he would destroy it. Though there is a village, I know that. There is a village over in that direction. So, you know, that's a thing. Anyway, what I want to show you here is this redstone contraption thingamajigger-mabobber. And, ooh, wait a tick. I've got to 1, 2, 3 remove that and replace that with TNT. Because I still have to reload from my latest test fire. I did reload the arrows, didn't I? Let's see, are these all 3 dispensers completely full? Yes! So what this is a little arrow cannon. Not little, but it is an arrow cannon. What it does is, when you strike the button, it prepares 3 stacks of arrows by shooting them into these glass blocks. Then it'll prime the TNT. The glass blocks will be pulled away by the sticky pistons, and the arrows will fall. Then, as the arrows are about here, the TNT will explode and fly, and let all the arrows fly over in this way. So as you can see, there are currently no arrows here. That's important, because you are going to need to see the difference to really understand that this is a pretty fearsome weapon. So, let's see, did I explain that? Yes, I did. Good, let's fire it, and then I'll walk you through the circuitry type deal. So let's press this button. Arrows are being prepared, 1 stack from each dispenser. So you'll end up with exactly 64 times 3 arrows, 3 stacks exactly. Pistons push the TNT to the front for a more powerful explosion. So, as you can see, arrows all over here. Now if I collect these, I should end up with exactly 3 stacks. So let's try that immediately. I'm forgetting one. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a downside that it gets darker now and the weather is there. I mean, I had no problem with the bar showing up with the health bar, but the fact that it turns dark every time I look in that direction is kind of annoying. Also, this is one of those new type of flat worlds. I used the desert preset, but removed the bottom few layers of sand, and it's kind of like the old Tycoon's test worlds, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Yep, exactly 3 stacks of arrows. So as you can also, if we check this, remove that and put it back. Same with this one and with that one, and as you can see, these are all stacks. So let's walk through the circuitry and see how it works. So when you press this button over here, a signal will go up, and it will go into this little pulse limiter that will turn the pulse into 1 tick. Into a 1 tick pulse, I mean. Which will go over here and go into this, which will extend this block to make it go there. That way, when there's another signal going in, it will continue, but the first time it won't. That's very important. Also, a signal will go to this sticky piston, which will get a 1-tick pulse. And if you are somewhat Minecraft Redstone savvy, you'd know that that means that the piston will extend and retract, but even though it's a sticky piston, it will not take the block that it's attached to with it. So it will leave the glass block on the height of this gravel, pushing the gravel up and letting it stay there. The same tick will go up, because it can go up half slabs but not down them. That's very important, because otherwise anyway, that tick will start going around in this circle, this clock. If it didn't do that, it would, if it didn't stay up here but went down again, then you would have had the problem that the sticky piston would have been activated again, and it would have pulled the glass block back down, but it won't, so the clock continues to go. That will send signals to these dispensers. Now, a thing about dispensers is that if they are under a redstone signal and another redstone signal that's touching them changes, they will fire. So if I remove this redstone, as you can see, and if I replace it again, this piston fired 2 times. Once when I placed the redstone and once when I removed it. So as it's rapidly ticking, this one also did, because they kind of work like pistons. They can take diagonal changes. Anyway, and also this piece of redstone changed shape. That also triggers it. So that's pretty awesome, actually, how that works. Anyway, it will, so when it rapidly ticks, it will continue to rapidly shoot arrows into these glass blocks. You've seen that happen. This signal from the beginning also goes this way, through this entire long delay, until it eventually reaches this again and turns the clock off, because another signal will go to this little piston here. And because it does that, excuse me, the timing is exactly so that each dispenser will shoot exactly 1 stack of arrows. Anyway, when a second signal comes in here, it will go through this block, through this first block, get turned into a 4-tick pulse, go back and make this piston extend to put the block back into its beginning position. This redstone torch will change, which will turn this redstone torch on, which will cause the minecart to go along the rails, activating this little detector rail here, which will then send a signal down here. The reason I'm using a minecart with a detector rail is because I need a longer pulse here. If you just had the 4-tick pulse, it would be too short and some things here in the end circuit would malfunction. Anyway, the signal will go up here, up, and will activate the TNT ready to fire. And also this delay will get started, which will eventually remove the glass blocks right before the TNT explodes. But before the TNT explodes, this signal also goes down here with a bit of a delay. Turn this little torch off, which will in turn turn these torches on, which will cause this first piston to fire, push the piston behind, piston in front of it actually, forward, and then that piston will push forward and be retracted before this piston retracts. So that way, all of the TNT will get pushed to the front, so that it's can't speak again. Great. So that it's as close to the arrows as they fall as possible. Also, there's a half slab here. If I remove that half slab, the trajectory will change incredibly, and the arrows will be way more spread out. Because I want a more focused attack, I have this little half slab here. I can show you the difference in just a moment. Anyway, when these little glass blocks are removed, that's not the end of it. Of course, that it is the end of the firing sequence, but then it has to prepare for the next firing sequence, which will mean that this signal goes from here, and it'll go into this sort of cobblestone generator that's right here, which will push the cobblestone down and push it that way, and that way it'll push the TNT in place for the next shot. So that's what this redstone and these pistons are all for. So that's pretty much really how it works. So let us fire it again, just to see it happen again, and we can follow along with it. As you can see, this has changed now. Signal going down here, arrows being shot into the glass blocks. Signal is almost there. Deactivate goes down there, minecart runs, activates TNT, TNT gets pushed, arrows fall and fire. So yeah, pretty cool if I do say so myself. So, now for demonstrative purposes, I will remove this half slab. Go over here and press the button, and you will see a changed firing trajectory. Not directory, trajectory. English, why you so hard? Anyway, let's just look at it from here. Let's stand on top of this and see the arrows fire. As you can see, way more spread out. So this is from the normal firing, and that is from the firing without the half slab. So that's pretty much makes the actual aim, the actual area where the cannon aims, kind of not where it hits. So I'd rather have it fire where it's facing, that general direction straightforward. So that's why I have that half slab right there. So yeah, I guess that really concludes it. So as you can see, with the amount of TNT and the fact that every dispenser can hold 9 stacks of arrows, is that this cannon can fire 9 times before you have to reload. And reloading, you simply have to, of course, add more arrows and replace the cobblestone on this stretch and eventually in there with TNT. So yeah, that's it. Let's fire it one more time, just to end it here, and yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. So I have been Xerisgath, and last thing I can really say about this is, wait for it, fire! Ha ha ha! Yes, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.